Hello, dear brothers. I want again to carry on with the reflection on the five letters that Madre Esperanza wrote from Spain uh, in 1954 to Father Gino in Collevalenza. He was there in Collevalenza. Uh, we know that after 14 years that she was away from Spain due to the fact that she being accused to the Holy Office of many things and having many enemies there in Spain, especially some bishops and also some priests and even some of the religious that have left the congregation of Mary Immaculate with her. In 1952, she was reinstated as Superior General of the congregation. We know that in 1942 already the Holy Office have appointed Monsignor Mutiloa, Bishop of Tarazona, as director of the congregation, and she, even though remained as Superior General, she could not intervene in the direction of the congregation, and only the Vicar General, Madre Esperanza Pérez del Molino, was supposed to be the one leading the congregation. And later, we know that in 1946, the Sacred Congregation of Religious, together with the Holy Office, decided to appoint a Superior General and a Government General without following what sisters had expressed in the general chapter. Anyway, we know that Madre Esperanza obeyed humbly to all those decisions, thinking about the congregation and thinking about the obedience to the church. These five letters, I want to insist on them, are very interesting, not only for the things that they say, that we can read them online, but also as I want to say, the intelligence of Madre Esperanza, who in that period was, let's say, being the spiritual mistress, the mistress of the novitiate of the first sons of merciful love, who were all of them, apart from Father Alfredo, who was a layman, Father Gino, and some others were diocesan priests with very little knowledge of religious spirit. So I understand that in these letters, in a very clever way, Madre Esperanza is really sending messages on how we have to live our consecration and live a religious life and things that she considers important for them and for us, I would say, because we can read these expressions and this advice of Madre Esperanza even for the present moment that we are living. So, the first thing that we see in all the letters is quite the suffering or complaint of Madre Esperanza for the reception that the sisters prepare in Spain in every house she visited. And we may understand that the sisters were happy. You know, in a way, she had been banned for so many years, persecuted, whatever. Now that she returned as Superior General, with the blessing of the Sacred Congregation of Religious, with the Holy Office, for them was quite a victory, and they wanted to express their joy and happiness. However, Mother Esperanza sees all of that really uh, exaggerated because of the, she uses the word, the publicity and uproar of the sisters. It is not that she was not happy returning. She was very happy. She says in the first letter, that she felt really emotion. She said, I do not know how my poor heart was able to bear the emotion of my coming to Madrid. She was happy visiting all the communities, even though she had the pain of having left the first sons of merciful love in Colle and that she felt they were a little bit alone and they needed help. However, in front of this, there is one important thing that Madre Esperanza is saying. This is for her an occasion to look at Jesus and to think about the Passion. She says that I never forget Palm Sunday's lessons, that the glories of this world carry with them humiliations. No, the sisters are expressing we are so happy. We, in a way, we have won. And Madre Esperanza is thinking about the Palm Sunday and also what it will mean Maundy Thursday and the days of the Passion. So she expresses her persuasion that how important it is that I may never seek my glory, but God's glory. No? In these moments that it seems that they are raising her and thinking, oh, you have won, she is thinking about Jesus and the suffering of Jesus and thinking, important is the glory of God. I shall never rejoice in the praises of men. And she will stress, I shall never seek honor, but the pains of the cross, to be in dialogue with God. And she says that after the love of God and the love for the sons and daughters, she unites love of God, love of the sons and for the sons and daughters, and she unites that with the love to the cross. To the cross. We would say why she's insisting very much on that. But she says in other text in the diary, she says that it is the cross that makes her more similar to Jesus. So in the end, everything in her is just to be more similar, closer to Jesus, seeking the glory of God, seeking the will of the Father. So I invite you to read the 5 letters that I have sent already to you, all translated into English the best I could. I don't know if there will be some small mistakes here and there, but to read them slowly. Try not to, but to go to the main points. You know, the previous letter I sent, I was talking about the gems, the treasure, the gold which is in the middle of that. And we see how she expressing that to Father Gino, is telling Father Gino, pray for me that the Lord grant me this and that. I will pray for you. I will ask the same for you. Pray, tell the daughters and sons to pray so that I may, but I will desire the same saying to you. You know, and she said, I ask, you pray that I ask that I may spend my time in this exile loving him, giving him glory, and suffering like him, like Jesus. And she adds, I will ask for you the grace of a great love to Jesus, so that in every moment you may give him joyfully whatever he may ask from you. So, great love to Jesus that will carry with it the desire of accomplishing his will. And when she is asking Father Gino to pray that her charity be more compassionate and motherly with the weakest daughters, I believe that she's also telling Father Gino that his charity has to be more compassionate and motherly or fatherly towards the people he had there in Colabalenza, and they were information, as we may realize in some of the other letters that we read. No? It is true that her concern in the middle of this is like torn into pieces, no, because for one side she would like to be there in Colabalenza helping. And on the other side, she's doing the pastoral visit and understand that that is also important. But she looks at the sons and see then that they are weaker, more in need, with more needs. That we can see that on the first letter. On the first letter. Um, she writes, "May good Jesus be the one who leads this visit, for I do not want that my concern and suffering for what I have left may prevent me from doing what I have to do." So we could say, just to finish, what are the main points, especially in this first letter? And this first letter of the 28th March that I invite you to reread. I have received some of the letters of some of you, not all. And okay, there are some reflections, but perhaps you have not gone to the core of the letters. She has concern for the sons of merciful love that are newly born, not even nearly 2 years of the foundation, very few people. So, and she decides that she and them all seek the glory of God, to seek the glory of God, not the vain glory of the praises of people. No, because in this exile, this is our life, this exile, uh, we shall love him, give him glory. Because if we really love Jesus, we may give him whatever he may demand from us and whatever it may please him. So charity has to be always compassionate, motherly, fatherly. She desires for us, her children, a love that helps them to give Jesus generously what he may ask. So let us reflect a little bit. Let us thank the Lord for these 5 letters that are, in my opinion, my humble opinion, a great treasure for us to think. At the beginning, in the years of formation of the first ones, that they knew very little about religious life, and she was trying to instill in them this kind of spirit. The main point and the most important thing is the love to Jesus. The love to Jesus that will desire that we become like the beloved one. But the beloved one that we find on the cross, there is no greater love than to lay down your life. And from that, it comes out everything. May the Lord help us. May the Lord help us to look at our mother on how she tried to follow Jesus so that we may carry on in this exile in our life, doing our best to love Jesus. Because if we love him with all our heart, with all our mind, with all our strength, certainly we will be able to do as he did. If we learn from him, we will as disciples try to do as he did. May the Lord help us. And I embrace all of you with all my love.